Hi, my name is Thomas Hoy, and I want to talk about how you can memorize the entire multiplication table with this simple trick. So what happened is that my daughter is in primary 2, so she's asked to memorize the whole multiplication table from 1 to 12. Okay, but the problem is she finds it very boring, and things like 3 times 4, 6 times 7 does not relate to her. So after research, I managed to find out that you just need to memorize three numbers, multiplication of 2, 5, and 10. Then you can more or less memorize the entire table. So how do we do this? Okay, before we teach, we talk about 3 times 5 or 6 times 7. We got to know that at kids when they are when they are at primary 2 or primary 3, they don't understand what is 3 times 5 or 6 times 7. Okay, so we have to teach them visually too. So 3 times 5, you have to tell them is equivalent to 3 groups of 5. Okay, so how do you draw 3 groups of 5? Okay, simple. This is how you should do it. um 3 times 5, right? So okay, one group, two group, three groups. So in each group you have how many? Five, maybe 5 sticks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Simple. So from here if they count, they know it's 15. But if you keep doing this, always drawing visually, visual diagrams, they get to know that, oh, actually 3 times 5 means um, 3 groups of 5. So they can get it into their head. And 3 times 5 is also equal to 5 times 3. So how do you relate in drawing? Simple, is 5 groups of 3. Same, so it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each group will have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. So you can see that actually when you draw a product of two numbers like 3 times 5 or 5 times 3 in visually, where they can see that it is 3 circle or 2 circle, and then groups of how many lines or stick, they start to connect it to their brain, and this make it more interesting and fun. Okay, so let's proceed to further. Let's say you give them a product of 6 times 7. So 6 times 7, but they only memorize 2, 5, 7, 2, 5, and 10. So how do we do that? Simple. You have to break it down. Okay, 6 times 7 becomes 6. Okay, bracket 5 plus 2. Okay, so if they memorize multiplication of 5, which is quite easy, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, they know that 6 times 5 will be 30. And then 6 times 2 will be 12. So you get 42. Okay, I want to the whole process of knowing 6 times 7 is not that they memorize or they get the answer. The whole process you want them to understand is that 6 times 5, 6 times 7 can be broken down into 6 bracket 5 plus 2. So then there's creativity, they can break it to any sort of numbers which makes sense to them. Okay, and the answer of 42 is not the important. The more important is how they can break it down into a smaller equation or problem. Okay, so how do you show this visually? Okay, once you get past the groups, like 3 groups of 6, 5 groups of 7, or 6 groups of 7, right, you can simply just draw rectangle like this. Okay, a rectangle. So you put 6, Okay, instead of putting 7 at the for the length, you break it down. Okay, so you got 5 and 2. Okay, can you see? So when you break down in this way, you can explain to them that, okay, 6 times 7 is 6 times 5 plus, sorry, 6 times 2, which is this. Can you see that? So when you keep doing practice all the different multiplication and you always break it down, draw diagram visually, they will get it in their head, and from there on they will memorize it by themselves. Okay,